Hello everybody! The theme of our lesson today is adverbs, adverb word order. Let's speak about the definition of an adverb. An adverb is a word used to modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. For example, she swims quickly. Here the adverb quickly modifies the verb swims. She is an extremely quick swimmer. Here the adverb extremely modifies the adjective quick. And the last one. She swims extremely quickly. Here the adverb extremely modifies the adverb quickly. Here you can see types of adverbs. Adverb of manner, adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, and adverb of degree. Adverb and adverb phrases can be placed in three places in a sentence. At the front of the sentence before the subject. For example, yesterday the teacher taught the students. At the end of a sentence after the object. For example, the students will take the test tomorrow. In the middle of a sentence before or after the verb, or in the middle of a group of verbs. Before the verb, she often studies before class. After the verb, the student works quietly at her desk. In the middle of a group of verbs, the teacher will quickly teach the students. Adverbs are usually placed near the verb that they modify, and most adverbs can be placed in any of the positions in a sentence without changing the meaning of the sentence. For example, suddenly I ran to the door. I suddenly ran to the door. I ran to the door suddenly. Now let's speak about types of adverbs, and the first type is adverb of manner. Adverbs of manner tell us how an action is done or happens. They answer the following question: how? There are well, quickly, softly, loudly, secretly, slowly, nicely, and so on. Adverb of manners are usually placed after the main verb or after the object in a sentence. After the main verb, she sings well, she sings loudly, she sings beautifully. After the object, she sings the sun well, she sings the sun loudly, she sings the sun beautifully. An adverb of manner cannot be placed between a verb and its direct object. The adverb must be placed before the verb or at the end of the clause. Incorrect, she cleans quickly the house, but correct sentence, she cleans the house quickly or she quickly cleans the house. When there is a preposition before the verb's object, place the adverb of manner either before the preposition, before the verb, or after the object. Before the preposition, she listened secretly to their conversation. Tom climbed weakly out of bed. Before the verb, she secretly listened to the conversation. Tom weakly climbed out of bed. And after the object, she listened to their conversation secretly. Tom climbed out of bed weakly. Adverbs of place. Adverbs of place show us the location of an action or a state. They answer the following question: where? Here, there, inside, away, anywhere, abroad, and so on. Adverbs of place are usually placed after the main verb or at the end of the clause they modify. After the main verb, he ran home, he ran outside to his car, he ran everywhere with his mom. At the end of the clause, he ran all the way home, he ran to his car outside by the garage, he ran with his mom everywhere. Here and there are special adverbs of place. The winner is here, put the book over there, she walks there every morning. Here and there can also be placed at the beginning of a sentence to add emphasis. If the subject of the sentence is a noun, here and there are followed by a verb. Here is the winner, here is my sister, there goes our car, there went my fox. And if the subject of the sentence is a pronoun, Here and there are followed by the pronoun. Here she is, here it is, there they are. Adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency show us the rate of the action or state, and they answer the following question: how often? For example, always, never, sometimes, often, rarely, usually, and occasionally. Adverbs of frequency are usually placed before the main verb, but after auxiliary or helping verbs. Exception: when the main verb is to be, the adverb is placed after the main verb. Before the main verb, I always brush my teeth after eating food. Nick usually washes the dishes. We often meet to chat. Before the main verb, but after the auxiliary verb. She has sometimes asked for my advice. We have rarely talked on the phone. Nick will never make $1 million. Adverbs of frequency with the verb to be. I'm always happy. He is usually here on time. They are occasionally late. Some adverbs of frequency can also be placed at the beginning or end of a sentence to add emphasis to the meaning of the adverb. For example, occasionally they are late and they are late occasionally. Sometimes I like children sometimes. Adverbs of time. Adverbs of time show us the time of the action or state, and they answer the following question: when? They are now, late, tomorrow, before, lately, yesterday, and so on. Adverbs of time are most commonly put at the end of the sentence, but they can sometimes be placed at the beginning of the sentence to emphasize the time. For example, I will study now. Now, I will study. The time is more important. She will study later. Later, she will study. The time is more important also. Adverbs of clause of purpose or reason. An adverb of clause of purpose or reason is a clause that tells us the reason the action is happening. An adverb clause cannot be by itself a sentence. It must be part of a sentence. An adverb clause of reason usually begins with subordinating conjunctions like because, as, since, and that. For example, I exercise because I enjoy it. My sister said that you are kind. He works 2 jobs since he is in debt. Adverbs of degree. Adverbs of degree show us the strength or degree of the action or state. They answer the following question: how much, to what degree? They are very, perfectly, almost, to, enough, quite, extremely, and so on. Adverbs of degree are usually placed before the adjective, the adverb, or verb that they modify. For example, she is totally finished, she is perfectly happy girl, he is extremely tired. To, enough, very, extremely. The adverb to has 2 meanings. To meaning also is placed at the end of the clauses it modifies, often at the end of the sentence. She is happy too. Do you want to go too? Tim likes Jill and Jill likes Tim too. To, meaning excessively, is placed before the adjective or adverb it modifies. The ice cream is too sweet. He is too short. Isn't he too big for that shot? The coffee is too hot. The adverb very means extremely or really. The adverb very, placed before the adjective or adverb, it modifies to make its meaning stronger. I'm very tired, she is very short, he can run very fast. Also, we should know the order of adverbs. More than one adverb in a sentence. When there is more than one adverb in a sentence describing a verb, they usually go in this order: manner, place, frequency, time, reason, or purpose. For example, she runs quickly outside every morning before school to lose weight. Dad walks impatiently home every evening after work. Order of adverbs: more than one of the same type of adverb. When there is more than one of the same type of adverb, we order them based on how specific the information is. The most specific adverb is placed first. For example, she runs outside at 6:30 a.m. more specific. Before school, less specific, to lose weight. Here we have two type of verb of the same, and the first is more specific and the second is less specific. And the second example, Tim read on the floor in his bedroom after lunch. On the floor, more specific, and in his bedroom, less specific. Here you can see word order in English adverbs: verb, manner, place, frequency, time, and purpose. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.